My goodness. Okay, guys. All I have to say is please don't attempt to use my head for your filthy lies and nonsense, okay? Please do not urinate on my leg and tell me that it's raining. All right? Man, I just I had a few errands to run, and I was leaving out. I noticed in my area there was a open house. There was going to be an open house, and I hadn't been to an open house in a while. And I said, "Oh, okay. I'll check this. I'll check out this open house when upon my return when I'm done with my errands and whatnot." So I got back and I was excited because it was, it's a big old privacy wall around the place and lots of room to garden and, a little greenhouse and everything. So I said, oh, this would be nice to just to look at least to get ideas or whatever I wanted to do when I get in there, whatever comes to mind. So I knock on the door. It's got a sign saying, please wait to be asked in. So I just tapped on the door just to let them know that I was out there. And a gentleman was leaving. So he said, oh, come on in. You're welcome to come in, blah, blah, blah. So I said, he put some hand sanitizer in my hand. I accepted it and used it. And then he said, you're going to have to take your shoes off. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking he's getting ready to give me shoe covers or something to put on my feet. I was like, huh? I said, well, are you going to give me something to put on my feet? He was like, no, we don't have anything. And I was like, what? I'm thinking to myself, already red flags going off and all kind of buzzers are beating off in my head. But there's a closet right there. He said, you know what? Let me look at this closet. There may be something. So I'm thinking still shoe covers or something. And he talking about some slippers. I'm not putting on something from somebody else that I don't know, thinking to myself. And I said, you don't have shoe covers? He was like, no. And so I said, that's okay. That's okay. I'll pass. So I left out. I was just right there in the foyer. I'm still in the doorway, basically. So, okay. I said, okay, that's okay. I'll pass. I thought about coming home to, get something. Because actually, if I had thought about it, really, I had a pair of socks in my in my in my purse, but I had forgot about those, that I had those in there. But nonetheless, so I said, you know what? I said, this is not right, though. As I left, I tapped back on the door, and I said, well, if you're gonna, I think the proper thing to do, if you're gonna request that somebody takes their shoes off, you would at least have something in order for them to put on. And he was like, yeah, but people, they don't like putting those on. I said, well, I'm not, that's neither here nor there whether people like it or not. I said, did the gentleman who just left here, did he take off his shoes? He was like, yeah. Then I said, but you have on shoes. He said, yeah, I do. I said, well, why do you have on shoes? He said, well, I put disinfectant on my shoes. I said, when did you do that? He said, in my car. I said, oh, so you walked from your car to the house. So that recontaminated if your shoes were ever sanitized, actually, or disinfected. Your shoes were no longer disinfected but when you came into the house, but you're walking around here with shoes on, and you expect for somebody to walk in there barefoot in a house that I know nothing about or something like that. I was like, He was like, well, you know what? In all my years of selling houses or showing houses, I've never had a problem with it. I said, you should have had a problem though. Oh, well, what, folks told me, you know what, goodbye. He closed the door on my face. But how foolish. What business? I mean, it's not even, we did real estate for years. and customer service. But that's neither here nor there because it's the right thing to do. If you're going to request, if somebody came to my home and I requested that they take off their shoes, of course I'm going to have some clean socks, of clean, something for them to put on, because we don't actually have a no shoe policy in our home. But a lot of people, when they do come by, they will take their shoes off because they see our shoes are at the door. Because I don't normally wear shoes in the house because I don't want to drag that in. I don't like it. I do have a place at the door, at the top of the door, so that you can wipe your feet. You should, wipe your shoes. That's all I really request that you do. But I don't wear, normally we don't wear shoes or outside shoes in the house. We just take them off at the door and put on slippers or, your flip flops or whatever it is that you wear. But I just thought that was so ridiculous. I was like, this dude is actually a ridiculous person. Please don't attempt to use my head for your filthy lies and nonsense. That was ridiculous. It's like, no, you don't do that. So I just took pictures of the signs and stuff because I will be reaching out to him. And prayerfully, I'll just, to their office anyway, not to him, but to their office, because that's foolish. You need to change that. This is a different era. Why am I going to walk nowhere? I'm not going to go to anybody's house and walk in their house barefoot. Yeah, this my own house. I could do that, but I'm not going to go to anybody's place and nobody's place and take off my shoes and just walk barefooted. No way. That's wrong for me. Yeah, but I'll probably look at the house online if he's the actual realtor, or ask another realtor to show me the place. But yeah, that was ridiculous. But anyway, I just wanted to come on with my little rant. That was so terrible of him. All right, you guys have a good day, but go ahead and weigh in on that.